Hello, hello, and welcome to another update video about VeChain. It seems like VeChain indeed is moving in line with the wave count here of our structure. Well, basically the Elliott wave structure of a potential diagonal. So that is absolutely in line with previous updates. No need to change the wave count here at all, or the assumptions. There are basically two different wave counts. There's one bullish, one bearish, as you know, but in the short term, and that's the advantage of the current structure, they are both moving together. We have either the potential, and that's been explained in the last video already, that here in June, a bear market low completed, and this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2, this is a wave 3, then we get a 4 and 5 not yet started, in either a leading diagonal, that's the white wave 1, which would then be followed by a wave 2 pullback in a wave 2, and then we can rally again in 5 waves. That would be the bullish scenario. In a more bearish interpretation, this is actually just a so-called ending diagonal. You can learn the ins and outs out of it, but you don't need to if you don't want to. Basically, what it just means, we have a slightly different contextual structure here. A, B, C, and the C wave is the ending diagonal, and it's also a 5-wave move. So if it's a leading diagonal, which would indicate the beginning of a bullish cycle, or if it's a bearish ending diagonal, which would lead to a breakdown afterwards, we don't know that at this stage, okay? But what we know is that it's likely for it to complete the 5-wave structure at this stage. At least I'd like to see that. Because it is, in my opinion, the most probable structure, even though I have to say that the probabilities here aren't great, because diagonals cannot be trusted until they are complete. And then we have a setup, because if we get 5 waves up, then we can add a support area after that to the chart for a potential pullback trade, a so-called wave 2 pullback for a 3rd wave rally. The thing is, though, that VeChain already entered dipped into our support area for the B wave of wave 3 times, most recently end of November. So it was a great setup as well, even though VeChain didn't move much, but still moved roundabout. Well, I shouldn't say it didn't move much. Well, it did, 50%. Well, in crypto, that's not, it's like, okay, they do that in a few days, but sometimes. But it's actually quite a lot, 50%. So we've got setups like these everywhere. Well, not every day, but they've been everywhere in recent weeks. So it seems likely now that this 3rd wave is getting close to completion. I shared with you in the previous videos that we can expect some resistance at this green line. That's around 3 cents. So we're getting there at the moment. That shouldn't be any surprise. We can also add, in addition to that, the Fibonacci extensions. I explained to you in the previous videos that for a 3rd wave, we would like to see, at the very least, the 1.236 Fib extension. That's the absolute minimum I would like to see in a 3rd wave, in a diagonal. That's at 2.6 cents. The ideal target is sort of 2.77 cents. That's the 1.38 extension, possibly the 1.618, 3.1 cents. So we are now in the ideal target range, you could say. Extensions always possible, but we're now in the ideal target range for the 3rd, but we haven't seen the 4th yet and the 5th. So just be aware that there's ideally still another 4 and 5, and ideally we're holding this trend channel. Possibly the 3rd will even extend to the top of the trend channel. We'll see, but so far it's filling out nicely the proposed structure. So yeah, I hope you liked the update about VeChain. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership, and also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.